Alright, how's everybody doing tonight? Here's a shot of the moon. I don't know how well this thing's going to work at night. We're in a little back cove area. The lake's right around there and it feeds into this cove, which, yeah, you're not going to be able to see. But what I really wanted to go over was the whole raid thing again. I was left a comment, excuse me, and people were talking about how the FBI claimed that they took all those files years ago and had them in their possession, the Tesla files. And all I can say about that is I don't believe anything that the FBI tells me. They also raided, now who was it in Trump's family? Wasn't it like his great uncle or somebody that had the Tesla papers? But see, the big kicker there is, you know, the FBI is no different than Fauci. You know, the main characters always have their supporting cast. So even if there's somebody there to confirm, oh yeah, they took this stuff, well, that's just part of the supporting cast. Because it was Trump's executive order, excuse me, that released, right, the technology for electromagnetic energy, the technology for free energy, and that was right in those Tesla papers. See, the other thing that's in those Tesla papers that maybe people are aware of or they're not aware of is theories on time travel. And everybody's heard of the George Orwell book, 1984, right? Well, right in there's a quote that says, whoever controls the past controls the future. And I never really understood that until you break down what every president carries except for our current one. You know, we all laughed at him falling up a flight of stairs and off of his bike, but do you ever see him carrying the quote-unquote football? Now, there's some that say that Trump to this day still carries the football. What is the football? They say it's nuclear codes, right? Well, that's all part of what we'll call the Doomsday system. We have nuclear weapons, nuclear codes. We have a doomsday clock. There's even a doomsday in the Bible, right? So that is why people will spend millions of dollars to get into the presidency for a job that only pays $100,000 a year. They want control of the football. And in any of the time travel movies, books that I've read, they always tell you, do not lose the device. You keep it with you at all times. That's why the presidents carry it with them everywhere. And even before the days of that black satchel suitcase thing that they carry, it was a book, right? The book of secrets that only the presidents read. And it was supposed to document their time in office, but whatever BS they want to tell you. Again, that's the only way that you kind of figure this stuff out, is you just take all the BS that they tell you, everything. Forget about it and look for the truth that's there. In fact, my dad spent 21 years in the Air Force. And I have spent a lifetime drawing and admiring just different military aircraft just for that reason. And from every country, the Germans, the British, the Japanese, the Americans, the Russians. And I'll say, pardon me, that there was something that I noticed about Amelia Earhart's airplane. Was it she had these funky little pipes and stuff set up around the cowling of her aircraft. Not in all photographs, but I've seen photographs, and I don't know if they're still out there, that might become the next Mandela effect, is that those pictures aren't in existence anymore. And you know, all those pipes and the funny shapes that they made going around the cowling, that's the thing that fits over the motor right in behind the propeller. I couldn't figure, you know, of all the airplanes I've seen and drawn and looked at, I'd never seen anything like that until I saw the doors of CERN. And it kind of looks like a Stargate. And I'm pretty sure she knew something about time travel and those shapes and whatnot, because she just flat disappeared over the Atlantic, right? Never heard, seen from again, nothing, just... I think there's stuff going on. But see, that's technology, right? You know, the Nag Hammadi scriptures talk about Sophie's correction. That's the natural. So, you know, just like the raid, everything we see in this realm, the raid was symbolic of something else, of a different thing, you know, just like the first Passover event with Moses parting the Red Sea. You know, in this film that we're watching, it was that tanker ship that got caught in the Suez Canal. I talked about that on a different video. How about they made it a point to show that it touched both sides, right? They show you everything for a reason. It's up to us to figure it out, but there's some strange shadows right there above the moon, isn't there? So, you know, Doomsday in the Bible references the end of all this, the stuff that I've been talking about, ascension. It's doomsday for them because they no longer have control. We get it back. You know, in the Bible it says nothing's so broken that it can't be fixed. It never says how it's going to fix it or that it ever got fixed, did it? Because I still have people tell me all the time, you know, oh, we're in our bodies, it's all been fixed. No, no. So, you know, whatever went down in that raid went down, and they're going to call it whatever they're going to call it. But ultimately it boils down to that football, because every president, if you go, you know, since we are going backwards in time, if you turn it around and go backwards from this, which would be forward, from here on out, every president's had that at his side, right? Joe didn't have it when he was falling down the stairs. So, you know, whoever controls the past, everybody wants their hands on that football. Now, I don't know who's got the football now, but there again, it's all about redemption, right? So even though somebody bad has their hands on the football, they're trying to do the right thing, I do believe. And honestly, I think it's out of their hands, even. Because this is Mother Nature taking over. They can't replay all this that we've been through. Because the war was won. I talked about that in a different video. Boy, that just looks funny at night. I'm sure having that busted lens isn't helping my focus any. But that's my little tidbit to chew on in reference to the raid, Donald Trump, his family, the technology that was in Tesla's papers. Alrighty. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.